we're the Y'all Show back on with you, and it's Toccopola Storytime with our friend Jerry Short. I'm Jon Rawl on the program that covers everything about the Southeast. We hope your July is winding down well. We've been away for a few days, so perhaps you've had a couple of days away from whatever you do, and we're just glad you could take a little time out to join us right here on the Y'all Show. And our Toccopola Storyteller, he's not vacationing. He's always ready to talk with the good folks of Yall.com, and he is Jerry Short. Jerry, welcome in to the Y'all Show, sir. How the heck are you?
Hey, John, it's been a while.
It has
You been
been.
on vacation?
Well, you could call it vacation. It was really just there's I think Jerry, there's a little difference between vacationing and going to see your mama, and that's pretty much what I did.
Oh, I
And I saw
understand.
my daddy too. I mean, my parents are together and have been for a couple of decades, 50, almost 56 years, I think. And
Go-
so that's what I went and hung out with mama and daddy.
well, that's good. I know they're glad to see you.
Yeah, probably been a few decades since you hung out with your mom and daddy.
Yeah, unfortunately, they've been gone since the late '60s, and um, excuse me,
Yeah, they've been
you,
gone.
they're gone. Can you take care of that? I think the battery's going down a little bit.
Nah, you're
Uh,
looking good.
okay, yeah, it's been a few years. Uh, I spent a little time with my children though, so that kind of makes up for it. I got grandkids and those kind of things. And during this epidemic that we're in the middle of, uh, they're all still working though, so they're working a lot more than I am. I need to pick it up. I need to pick the pace up.
Well, you look like another guy that's in the news a lot these days. It looks like you're hanging out in your basement. How's that working for you?
Wait a minute now. Uh, he's got to be a couple years older than I am. Yeah, not many, but at least a couple. I hope my memory's a little bit sharper.
Hmm.
If I'm going to tell a story, I'm going to have to. I don't know if he could tell a story if it had two paragraphs. If it's who I think you're talking
It
about.
could be, could be. I do want to ask you. I know you, just like you are prone to flip the TV onto some of the political networks and such. And there's a guy that I just been dying to get your opinion on, who loves to take the South and just beat it up. And he does it, I think, on his talk radio show, and he definitely does it on his talk television show on the Fox News channel. And that's the great one, Jerry Short. We're talking
Oh,
about
I know.
Mark Levine, or Levin, or however you pronounce his last
Mark
name.
Levin. I think it's
Levin.
Mark Levin.
He,
Yeah.
he is always picking on the South. If you don't mind, just kind of give us what he normally, his battle cry against Dixie is.
Well, I think it's he despises the South, and he tried to hide it for a long time, but since these statues have been coming down, he's let it all come out, and he'll say that. Well, just for instance, the other day I heard him say, and I don't listen to him because I have to. I listen to him, I think, because I want to know what's going on with some of the craziness that he's trying to promote. But he said that we got to get behind and stop this Black Lives Matter because they're exactly like the Confederacy.
Hmm.
Anytime he can mention the South or the Confederacy in a negative way, it's coming straight from Mark Levin. Now, he was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's a lawyer, an attorney. He's got a talk show, and he spent most of his time down at where the Constitution was written. So he thinks he's an expert and on complete expert on anything constitutional. However, he thinks he's an expert on the South, and I wish that I could have a one-on-one with him, and not necessarily physically, but he does brag about his strength. He says he's in his cave or he's here or there. He threatens every now and then to get a little bit tough. I think he probably thinks he can whip popcorn also.
Hmm.
But yeah, he doesn't miss an opportunity to take a swing at us us Southerners. I promise you that. And it can be from the smallest thing, anything that comes up. It can be. He considers us all Democrats, 100% Democrats. If you're from the South, because we're Democrats, when the war broke out in 1861, the Civil War, he says that that's what brought the Republican Party and Abraham Lincoln forward to take care of us. And they beat us, and he thinks that Black Lives Matter should beat us the same way that they beat the South. So he wants to. He's not for Black Lives Matter, but he compares them to us. And he very seldom says anything bad about the Nazis or anything like that. He'll throw it out there occasionally, though. But and then I think he's of the Jewish persuasion also. So
yeah, I just know that it's been a common thing, really, for going back years. Even when Obama was president, it was a very common thing for the South and its Civil War heritage, if you will, to come under attack from the liberals. It would come under attack from the conservative media. Oftentimes, they would take the South and use them as a bully puppet, as a way to then transition over to attacking Barack Obama at that time when he was the president. That was a pretty common scenario played out there in terms of the conservative. Now, I'm not saying liberal pundits, the conservative pundits. And I know, just like you and I both, we do flip around from time to time, and we're able to watch and enjoy some of these programs, but oftentimes we do have those problems with people like Mark Levin just taking the South. And Jerry, we're having a little video technical problem with you, so we'll just carry on right now, if you will, with our audio conversation with you. But hey, I want you to talk about Sean Hannity, as we're picking on Fox News Channel. Mr. Hannity, often he has attacked the South, especially on his radio show.
Yeah, and he got his start in Alabama at Huntsville, and one time he wasn't like that, but it seems like he's gotten a lot worse since the incident that happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Anytime he gets a chance now, he does. And Mississippi, the state flag, I know he kind of took a shot at that. And in the statues, he's real careful to make sure that he says only that the northern statues should stand, and it's okay for the southern statues to go down. It's kind of like Nancy Pelosi. The other day she said, they was talking about bringing the southern statues down and the statues, and she said, well, that's just what they do. Like that was okay. That's just what they do. Well, Hannity's getting to be a little bit like that, and he's losing a lot of his popularity. I think he's dropped down to about third now, where he was always the top spot on Fox News. But he's probably down around third place now. And he may be lucky to hang on there. He's real repetitious about most anything he gets hung up on. He'll stay on it and stay on it and stay on it till he'll eventually get on your nerves if you listen. And I listen a lot because I ride a lot, and I've got XM radio. And he does a 3-hour show in the afternoon from 2 to 5, and then Mark Levin comes on from 5 to 8. So I picked those guys up a good bit, and neither one of them are very fond of the South. So that kind of sums them up.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate thing. And again, we don't have any, I guess we're it, Jerry, in terms of people who have an appreciation for the South, scars and all, and are native Southerners who aren't constantly looking to, again, just take the South and constantly use it as a way to, really what they're trying to do is go after maybe minorities. As I said, President Obama was often someone they would go after, and it just felt like they were using the South as a way to go after Obama back when he was president. But enough on that. Y'all can make your own judgment. I will say, kind of tying this back to Mama, as I was talking to you about my mom. We were watching Fox News Channel over the weekend, and when Mark Levin's show came on, she said, "I don't like that guy." So
good.
I'm not alone. And my mom is not a, and I don't want to talk about her on this show. I shouldn't mention anything, especially when it comes to politics. But let me just say, she's not one of these Fox News junkies. She watches a little bit of everything, and she reads the paper, and she's very informed. And for her to even make a comment on Mark Levin either way was a little bit surprising for me. Jerry, we're going to wrap it up. We're having some issues here today with you and in Toccopola country, but we'll try to get you back on here on a more regular basis, and we'll be able to do that when we're not goofing off watching the tide come in like I did the other day on the beach.
So sound like you had fun anyway.
I had fun, a little bit too much fun. Jerry, thank you very much, and we will chat with you later.
You are welcome, and I'll talk to you later.
And that'll wrap up our Y'all show, everybody. Thank you for being a part.